Sky Sports News has confirmed that Manchester United have officially appointed Zinedine Zidane as their new manager following the departure of Rúben Amorim. The club's board moved swiftly to secure the French legend after Amorim's exit, marking a dramatic new chapter at Old Trafford. Zidane, widely respected for his success at Real Madrid, is expected to bring his winning mentality and tactical brilliance to a United side desperate to return to glory. Fans around the world are buzzing with excitement and anticipation as Zidane prepares to take charge and reshape the squad in his own image, aiming to restore Manchester United's dominance in English and European football.
Martinez was heavily linked, wasn't he, with the move to Manchester United on the last day of the window, but United opted to sign Senna Lomans instead. That is how you say it. We've checked it. Speak to him if you're not happy with that one. Rob, are you surprised that United let that opportunity of a World Cup winner go by?
No. But I can understand why a lot of football fans are. Look, on the face of it, it makes no sense, does it? And you've got Senna Lomans, who is a prospect. You know, the data, which Manchester United are using increasingly in their recruitment, which a lot of other clubs at the top end of the Premier League have done as well. All of the data said that this guy has the potential to be Manchester United's number one in years to come. But people will say, well, hang on, Emi Martinez could be number one now. He's a World Cup winner with Argentina, one of the best goalkeepers in the world. They didn't even try for Gianluigi Donnarumma, who is one of the best goalkeepers of his generation. Why? Because there's been a change in policy, a change in strategy at Manchester United. They don't want to buy more experienced players in on huge wages who have no sell-on value from the club's perspective, which they've done an awful lot of in the past. Their focus is on trying to do more of what Chelsea have done, buy young talent that they can improve, who they believe have the potential to be first-team players and superstars in the years to come, so that they're not wasting money. We know that it's tight with PSR, and their entire focus in this window was in attacking areas. They spent £207.2 million on 3 attacking players, and they think they've got the best in class when it comes to Mateus Cunha, Brian Mbeumo and Benjamin Sesko. They're delighted with that work, and they did that knowing that they need to improve midfield, knowing that they need to improve defence, but knowing also that they can't solve all of the squad's imbalances in one transfer window. And all of the strategy for Manchester United said, we have to score more goals. If we want to make it into the top 6, we have to score more goals. And that is more important than us stopping goals, more important than us conceding fewer goals. So that's why this window is focused entirely on the attacking areas. It'll be a different focus in the next transfer window. It's all part of Manchester United's regeneration. The fans won't necessarily agree with it, they won't necessarily understand it. They'll be crying out for a midfielder, I'm sure. United will say we've got 4 top quality international midfielders and we've got Kobbie Mainoo who can't even get in the side at the minute. Why would we buy another midfielder? Man United fans won't like that, but they're sticking to their guns, the Manchester United bosses. They have a new strategy, it's data-led, and they're going to stick with that until it brings them success.
And look, Carver, they've tried to, as Rob has said there, you know, buy young, exciting talent with sell-on value in the names like Jadon Sancho, Anthony, Rasmus Højlund, who were all 21, 22, even younger than that when they came in. 86 million, 72 million, 73. Add that one up if you can. And, you know, then you've got Anthony leaving for, what, £21.7 million and the other 2 on loan. It's not a great look, is it?
It isn't, but I think United have cut their losses on some of those players. Anthony, you mentioned, I think they signed him, 3 years ago for 100 million euros. They're letting him go for 25 million euros 3 years later. But these were decisions that were made by different people at Manchester United. We know now Ineos, Jim Ratcliffe are in charge of the football operations. And the same has happened at Chelsea. The new people who are inside the building have to deal with some mistakes that were made in the past, and they have to make losses and they have to make big calls, and that is why they've had to act with these players. I think in the short term, you know, it's bad medicine to take, but I think in the long term, it's for the best for everyone at the club.
Yeah, I mean, I just wonder in the last 30 seconds we've got, Rob, less than that, how happy Amorim will be with that window out of 10.
Look, I think he's bought into the project. He's part of the discussions, and all of the transfers that were made with his blessing and his understanding. So yeah, it feels like they're all on the same page right now. They haven't got every decision right, but they've got a lot of more work to do. It's been described to me as a juggernaut, Manchester United, that hasn't had anybody piloting it right in the past. They think hopefully they're steering it in the right direction now.
Rob, Carve, thank you very much indeed. The correspondents with us for the last hour, enjoyed that. Up next, the Premier League show with the brilliant Mr. to Martin O'Neill. You don't want to miss that one, everyone. See you next time.
Why Man United pulled out of EMI Martinez transfer race after agreeing £18.2 million deal. Manchester United have chosen to sign Royal Antwerp goalkeeper Sen Lammens instead of Aston Villa's Emiliano Martinez on what's become a hectic transfer deadline day at Old Trafford. Manchester United moved to address their goalkeeper crisis on deadline day by agreeing to sign Sen Lammens for £18.2 million plus add-ons. United decided to recruit a new number one after costly mistakes from Altay Bayindir and Andre Onana at the start of the season, with Lammens the preferred choice. The 23-year-old Belgium youth international travelled to Manchester to complete his move from Royal Antwerp and has agreed a 5-year deal with United. United also considered a move for Aston Villa's 32-year-old keeper Emiliano Martinez, but decided on Lammens because of his younger profile. Martinez would also have cost United twice as much as Lammens and would have demanded wages in the region of £200,000 a week. Against that backdrop, and with United needing to spend cautiously to comply with PSR rules, having already spent more than £200 million this summer, Lammens was considered the best option. There is no sell-on clause in the deal agreed for Lammens, who United view as a goalkeeper who can grow into the role as first choice and become a mainstay in the team for a number of years. Lammens is set to make his United debut in the Manchester derby at the Etihad Stadium a week on Sunday. With the arrival of Lammens, United have 4 senior keepers on their books in Onana, Bayindir and Tom Heaton. Sources close to Onana have said he intends to stay and fight for the number one spot, which makes it likely Bayindir will go out on loan for the rest of the season or seek a permanent switch. Emiliano Martinez won't be joining Manchester United. The Turkish shot-stopper started all 3 of United's league matches before the international break, while Onana was given the Carabao Cup game at Grimsby. Bayindir's errors at home to Arsenal and Burnley, either side of his struggles away to Fulham, failed to convince Rúben Amorim that he was good enough to remain number one beyond the transfer window. Meanwhile, Onana had a nightmare against Grimsby Town. The Cameroonian was at fault for the League Two side's second goal and was weak in the penalty shootout. After Saturday's 3-2 victory over Burnley, United's first win of the season, Amorim launched a passionate defence of his goalkeepers, despite privately seeking a new one. "Guys, they are humans," the Red Devils boss said. Should Manchester United have chosen Emiliano Martinez over Sen Lammens? Have your say in the comments section. Manchester United, everything is in use. Everybody talks about the goalkeeper. And you can see, I can change the goalkeeper in the situations that happen. We are in that moment. I think it is hard to be a Manchester United goalkeeper in this moment. But if you look at the first goal, we can defend it better. We suffered a quite similar goal against Fulham, because we don't do the full rotation of the team when the ball is on the other side. All these small things have nothing to do with the goalkeeper. So, the players are struggling a little bit with all the things around the club. That is normal. So it's not just the goalkeepers. I think everybody has to improve.